did the Congress trivialize the issue, by making it gimmicky in terms of marking the protest by burning khaki shops? And you're looking at doing it now as a movement, I believe.
Absolutely not. The saffronization of education comes from where? Mr. Deshratan Nigam very succinctly tried to justify it. But the root cause of trying to have this social engineering and set this narrative, post-truth narrative, mind you, and alternate facts, comes from where? This ideologue organization in Karnataka rejects. You want to add these moral science lessons, great, but at the cost of what? Mr. Sri Basavanna and Mr. Kuwempu, who are one of the greatest properties of Karnataka. They are the pride of Kannadigas. And you do that, and the BJP has absolutely no moral standing to say anything.
Mr. Mohan Krishna wants to come in.
I'll do it. But give the children an education.
Ms. Mahadev, he's been rather patient. Let me bring him in. Yes, Mr. Krishna, you wanted to come in. Go ahead, sir.
I have 2-3 things to point out here. What does Congress mean? People have given power to them to serve the country, which they did not do. They have done the scams. They have made the India defamed. गरीब हटाओ करके उन लोगों को सबको हटाने का कोशिश किया. Appeasement politics they have done. People have shown door to them. That's one thing. With regard to education, after how many years the education policy has changed, Preeti? After 30 years, why it took so much time? Was there not time for them to change the policy at least? Why they withhold all these things? They were very clear on their thoughts that McCulloch's system of education has to continue and students have to learn what the leftists and the other people have left it over 75. Arey, aaj Amrut Mahotsav mein aa gaya hum. We have to learn. We are reaching 100 years of India. What we have to show it to the students? We are young India in the world today. We have to give better moral values to the students.
So who are we to define moral reference points for anyone is my question.
Where was the independent struggle? That's how they're trying to rewrite history.
Just give me 20 seconds. Coming back to the point of Basavanna and Kuwempu. What Aishwarya Mahadev is talking, who has defamed Basavanna, the Lingayat Dharma, who went to divide the community.
Okay, I'm not going to get into this debate because this is an academic debate, and I would reckon on either side of the divide.
I know you.
This is an academic debate, and I don't think any of us are fit.
That is what I'm saying.
Sir, we can pass comments, but none of us here in this audience, I would reckon, are fit enough to comment on what is morally correct or what was immoral in terms of the academics. So what is immoral to you is not immoral to Aishwarya. What is immoral to Aishwarya is not immoral to you, sir. Vice versa. Mr. Nigam, I'll bring you back in for a quick commentary, but you do understand because there have been parts of the writings of RSS thinkers which is troublesome, which could be looked at as communal, sir, and that is what is being questioned today.
See, Preeti, in fact, any writing that you have to do has to be seen in its historical context. You cannot import the Mopla riots context in 2022. One thing. And secondly, what people are talking about is the education policy keeps on changing, and elected representatives have the right to do it and have to go to the people in the next election.